Before we get into Tent City opening up in Dublin, the mass illegal immigration problem that's happening here in the Republic of Ireland, I want to show you what's happening in Japan. The exact same problems are happening over there, and the exact same protests are taking place. So this is breaking news, obviously, from literally yesterday, the 26th of October, 2025, and this video has gone mega viral with 1.2 million views. Protests have erupted in every major city across Japan. Now, the reasons for this, because obviously it's the exact same reasons that are here in the Republic of Ireland, lads, by immigrant crimes, people that are coming to the country and committing criminal activity, fake asylum seekers taking benefits and not contributing to society. Same in Ireland. They're claiming dole, they're coming here from a place like London, or they're coming here from France, and they're saying they're asylum seekers when they're not. There's 33,000 people in accommodation. They're getting free houses, free meals, free doctor appointments, while our own 16,000 Irish homeless are dying in the side of a road, in a ditch, somewhere in a flipping cardboard box, while these people get back massages and 5-star luxury accommodation in the City West Hotel, where of course that man brutally sexually assaulted this 10-year-old girl who's a 26-year-old man himself, and he actually had a deportation order, shouldn't have been here. It's an absolute travesty. I mean, the whole country has gone to hell, guys. This place has gone to hell. There's also been labor shortages in Japan being used as cover to destroy the country. Anyone who speaks up gets called racist, fascist, neo-Nazi, this kind of words, white supremacist. Like, these are all words used by certain elites, the NGOs, to discredit people from actually pushing back against this mass illegal immigration. The mainstream media in Japan is also trying to conceal everything. Same in Ireland, guys. RT, News Talk, Virgin Media, Irish Independent, all these newspapers. And that's why I wear this t-shirt every single day, because I'm mainstream media now. We are the mainstream media now. They are trying to conceal everything, trying to downplay everything. When I talked about this 26-year-old illegal migrant that was here who sexually assaulted this girl, this 10-year-old Irish girl, the mainstream news didn't even report about it. They didn't even report about it. Only one newspaper, the Sunday World, reported on that. How disgusting is that, guys? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Japan. Let's go, Japan. The land of the rising sun, we stand with you in Ireland. We stand with you and we salute you. So if anybody is Japanese, please in the comment section leave a message down below what they're saying. Of course, this guy has a sign in English that says "Stop immigration immediately." I love to hear it, love to see it. Tell me what they're saying. This guy here is the leader. This guy looks like a badass right here. Oh yeah, we love Japan. I have to go visit Japan sometime. I think next year we'll have to do a few vlogs in a few of these different places. I have big ideas for this channel coming, guys, so don't worry. We got some things in the works that are going to go crazy soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is amazing, guys. You know, if you thought immigration was bad here in Europe, guys, and you thought the backlash from the Irish, you know, patriots and all this kind of stuff in Dublin, if you thought the City West Hotel riot was bad, wait till you guys start getting the Japanese kamikazes, guys. We're talking World War II. We're talking, you know, far right, like Hitler-esque type of shit, guys. We're talking crazy type of stuff, because the Japanese got that fire in them. You know, the Japanese are not pushovers. Like, they're scary people, guys. Like, they are, you know, we're warriors here in Ireland, in the UK, Scotland, Wales. You know, we're warriors, guys. We've been at war our entire lives. But one other country that can rival that is somewhere like Japan, guys. Japan is one of those countries that, you know, you don't really hear too much about in the Western world, but when you hear about them, guys, it's explosive. You know, it's massive. It's next level type of stuff. So stay tuned, and I want to see how this plays out in Japan, because I'm watching Japan very, very closely, because they have very traditional values. That country is like majority Japanese. You know, you can't become a Japanese citizen even if you're to move there and live there your entire life. Even if you were to become, you know, quote unquote citizen, get the passport, get this. They won't accept you as Japanese. But in Europe, if you're flipping living in, Libya or Liberia your entire adult life till you're 25, and then you move to Ireland, in 3 years' time, you can get a flipping passport and you're Irish. It's just ridiculous, guys. And this asks a good question, Sure, if you've lived here your whole life in Ireland and, you pay taxes and you're helping with the economy and you speak English and you help with the culture and the heritage, sure, you should be, given citizenship and some benefits, all right? But if you come here yesterday and you want to become Irish, and this is nonsense. This is complete nonsense, complete travesty. So let's get into now the tent city that's popped back up in Dublin. So, of course, the tent city has reappeared along the Grand Canal banks. Okay, that's the outside of the river, the banks of the river in Dublin. This is obviously just due to homelessness. And it's not homelessness from Irish people per se. This is mass illegal refugee homelessness. Let's hear from This is Dublin talking about Tent City.
This is Dublin. Tent City folks gathering back up along the canal. Look at this.
So there's tents here. At the beginning of the video, you could see tents behind the tree as well.
Many tents is there? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tents here. 10 tents. 4 or 5 over there. This is just...
So yeah, you can't really see them from afar, but you can see them right there. So there's about 5 across the road, 10 on one side, 5 on the other side. And the further you walk down that Grand Canal, I've seen them myself. My friend was showing me them. It's just crazy. It is a crazy thing to see. We have this situation, which is dire. It's dire. These people will probably get diseases. They'll probably get pneumonia. They'll get colds. They'll get the flu. They can die very easily because they're not in an environment that's warm, that's cozy. It's a serious, serious lack of housing. This homeless situation is crazy. Of course, these are all, like I said, refugees, so it's even worse. I mean, this shouldn't be allowed. Anyone without accommodation coming to Ireland, okay, you have to be put back on a plane and leave and be deported straight away. Unfortunately, that's how it is, for your own safety as well. Because people come along, they're criminals, they set fire to tents as well. It's just, there's a whole shit show in Dublin with this, guys. And this was a shit show a few years ago in Dublin, I think last year, and the government, the Dublin City Council, they actually pulled away all the tents, but now they've just reopened back up. The city is doing nothing about it. I mean, we're turning into a third world country. That's kind of how I see it, guys. We're turning into just a flipping dump. This country used to be one of the best countries in the world. Now it's turning into a third world country. Terrible to see. So this is a video here from the Irish Times here, and it's Asylum Seeker Tent City Emerges in Dublin. It's completely taking down the vibe of the city. It's turning into a third world city. This is disgusting, guys. This is absolutely disgusting. I mean, people are just walking by like it's normal. They're outside houses. What do we do here? It's turning into the slums of South Sudan or something. I'm not really sure where these people are going to go. And this is obviously around the International Protection Office in Dublin. They're just lining up. They're spreading the streets with them. I mean, super dangerous as well. They hurt each other. They stab each other. Derelict. I mean, like I said, I have a heart, guys. I'm not a cold bastard. I feel sorry for these people too. Even though the people coming in these IPAS centers are killing and murdering our kids. Okay, that's where I draw the line. If you're killing, murdering, stabbing people, that's it. Then you all have to go home. Not one of you can stay, because if one of you stay, it's breeding. Then it's like breeding more people to come here and flip and destroy the nation even further. And we can't have it anymore. It's just disgusting, to be perfectly honest. And if we look at what Mary Lou McDonald says about immigration, she says that the people are upset about immigration, and she says, no, they're not. She supported the government immigration policy until very recently and claimed you can't limit the number of people coming here. Theoretically, we could get 10 million people from Rwanda, 10 million Somalians, we could get 50 million Chinese people. Where is the limit? There will become a point in this country where it'll just explode. There'll probably be no shit. I know a lot of people think Chris is crazy. County Games is crazy. But there will be a point in this country where I think there'll be probably 20 million people, 30 million people, and they'll all be foreign. Like if we don't cut it off, there'll be like 10 million, 20 million people, and they'll be from Rwanda, they'll be from God knows, they won't be from like nice places with hardworking people from like Brazil and shit, like Brazilians are like hardworking and all these people, certain parts of Africa, very hardworking people, certain parts of the Middle East, very hardworking, Asia as well. But there won't be from these places. There'll be people from like North Africa and shit, and war-torn parts of the Middle East and like really bad places like Al-Qaeda factions from like Islamabad and Pakistan and like, Sri Lanka. Just these dumps, these hellholes that are coming here to this country. There'll come a point in Ireland that time will happen, Like there will come a point in Ireland where there'll be that many people if we don't cut it off. But that's what these people want. They don't want Ireland to be Ireland anymore. They want it to be a globalist country, okay? Google globalism, okay?
Briefly on immigration, the Red C poll shows your party at 23%, and really it's since the turning point from the 30s for your party has been since immigration became a big issue in politics here. So do you chase as a party that anti-immigrant vote, or do you show leadership and say it's not that simple?
Well, listen, it should be of no surprise to anybody that there is angst on the issue of immigration. The government, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, have made an absolute mess of it. Our system is broken. The decisions are too slow. We have a rule book that is not fully implemented. And public confidence is broken on the issue. That needs to get fixed. And to add to all of that, certain individuals have become millionaires on the back of all of this. So I'm not surprised that there is money
going after that vote.
What we have said is that we wish to build public confidence. We need to see proper resourcing and investment. We need to see speedier decision making. And when decisions are made, and if the decision is that somebody can no longer remain in the state, that a deportation order is made, the public have to see that those rules are followed on.
When she says that Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil have made balls of the situation of immigration, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. She, along with Sinn Féin, will do the exact same thing. Sinn Féin are for open borders, guys. They're the same thing. They're complete open borders. Nobody wants to admit it, but immigration is literally not good for this country. Like 75% of people voted and they said that it's not good for this country. There's too much mass illegal immigration. Like 75%, guys. That's not like 1 in 2 people. That's like what? Literally 4/5 of people nearly, or yeah, nearly 4/5 of people. Like that's crazy. That's basically everybody says that mass immigration is too much in this country. Finally, we actually have a good news story, okay? This is Marek Pushka, who is the brother of Joseph Pushka, who is the killer. But Marek Pushka tried to burn his clothes. He withheld evidence from the Gardaí, from the police. So he was an evil bastard as well. He tried to cover up the actual murder of Ashley Murphy. Last night, in Mountjoy Prison, the loyal Irish patriots, and I salute you to the guys that did this, they seriously assaulted this dumbass, okay? They beat the living hell out of him. Today, it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, truthfully, that's what happens. It's great to see that our prisons are working so well. I'll be honest with you. This is the best news story I've heard. If you go to prison for a heinous crime like this, you should get the shit kicked out of you immediately. And this guy didn't even know what protective custody is. He didn't probably even know what PC was, being a protective custody, and saying, he wants to leave the general population of the prison. So he went into the general population and they handled business. Enoch Burke, for instance, was in jail for 500 days, but nobody ever touched him because he was a saint. He was fighting a good cause. So here we have an alarming statistic. This is here from Taxi Dave on X. He said when he first started driving a taxi, sexual assault was almost unheard of in the industry. Okay, so that's probably back in the 80s, 90s, whatever. Because I'm sure this guy's a real, Irish lad from Dublin or whatever. He said, now we have 70 odd sexual assaults since 2017. Okay, not even 10 years. What's that, 8 years ago or less or whatever. We now have 70 sexual assault cases. Okay, this is the Sunday Times here. How drivers convicted of sex attacks slipped Ireland's taxi vetting. Of course. Sure, I could have told you that. Like, anyone that goes out or that is in town regularly knows that these taxi drivers are causing havoc. One of my good friends from when I was a kid, his dad was a taxi driver, okay? He said that all the taxi drivers that aren't Irish are completely flipping corrupt. They're having their brothers drive for them, their cousins drive for them. It is what it is. If you're not attacking people, that's one thing. If you're just breaking the law with, like, not being the person that is driving the van or car, being that person, that's one thing. okay? But if you're sexually assaulting people, that's a completely different issue, guys. It says licensed cabs are seen as a safe option. Obviously, like I said before, if you're a woman or a young man or whatever, you know, you're scared, you're in a new city, and you don't want to walk home because you're afraid you might take some back alleyway and get jumped or get attacked, get mugged, you take a taxi, because a taxi is a safe option. Okay, I'll pay this guy €20. It's a lot of money, but he'll get me home safe and sound. Now, you can't even take the taxis in Ireland anymore because you get flipping sexually assaulted. He says, but 70 passengers reported being sexually assaulted between 2017 and 2023. Jeez. Like, that is just, wow, it's just wild, guys. So in the space of 6 years, 70 passengers reported being hard or sexually assaulted. Wow, that's unbelievable. That is absolutely incredible. I mean, that statistic has gone through the roof, and people ask why? Why did it happen? The one that would be front and center talking point would be, okay, well, probably because all these unknown illegals coming in and they started doing this stuff. It says it right here, guys. Ireland's taxi vetting, they're not vetting taxi drivers. They're not vetting people coming from abroad, driving taxis. You're in a car alone with somebody. Of course something's going to happen. I could have told you that. Very dangerous situation. A very dangerous situation for everybody. Let me know your thoughts if you guys want to support me so I can help push back against the mainstream media and support you guys. Hit the join link underneath the video for just €3 per month. We're going to keep pumping out these videos every single day. I love you guys all, and I'll see you all in the next one, man. Stay safe.